This video has suicide, and if that triggers you or you don't like hearing it, I say go watch another video. Your POV. You're standing on the roof. You look down and mumble to yourself, "At least they'll be happy." You lean forward and fell off the roof of the building next to you. You smiled while falling. You remembered all the fun times you had with your friends in Class 1A. You remembered training with Kirishima, fighting with Bakugo, and him complaining about how you cheated after you won, making mean references with Mina, chilling in the dark with Tokoyami, watching hero fights with Deku, and studying with Todoroki, Momo, and Ida. You remembered giving a hero's autograph for Mineta. You know mostly everyone hates him, but you felt bad for him. Even if the people from 1B, Monoma, didn't see you as a friend, you remember having some fun times with them too, hanging out with Kento and Tetsu, believe it or not, telling jokes with Monoma, and helping him with his, how would you put it, his issues. You close your eyes and saw Kaminari Denki, your crush. You're laughing at him because he was short-circuiting after you beat him in training. You suddenly regret not saying anything to anyone about what was happening in your life. You regretted jumping. You felt yourself hit the ground and everything went black. Kaminari's POV. Hey, do any of you know why the police are at the building next door? Momo asked. Nope, let's turn on the news. Maybe it'll say there, Mina said, grabbing the remote from Bakugo. Hey, Bakugo yelled. Mina changed the channel, and everyone in class looked at the TV. Today, a 15-year-old student who goes by the name of YN committed suicide. She's currently in the hospital 5 miles from here in a comatose state. She's alive, but the doctors don't know for how long. If she makes it, they aren't sure how long she'll be asleep, the news reporter said. Every one of us started crying. What, YN? Almost everyone mumbled. I was probably crying the most. My crush killed themselves. I thought they were okay. They never said anything was wrong. They were always happy and cheerful. Let me guess, you all want to see them? Aizawa asked in a sad tone. Aizawa was Ryan's uncle from her mother's side, so I think he knew why they jumped. Since I'm your teacher and their family, it's my job to make sure every one of my students and family members are safe, Aizawa added. We left for the hospital and all took turns with someone, so Aizawa went with him. Mineta had to go with someone, so Aizawa went with him to make sure nothing happened. He of course got some alone time with them as well. Once everyone saw them, they all left and went back to the dorms. It was just me and Bakugo. I'll go first. I know how much you love her, and I take it you'll probably stay the night tonight, even if they're an extra, they're still a friend, Bakugo said. He gave a small smile and nodded, shocked that he called them a friend. Once he came back out, he said he would tell Aizawa I was staying, just in case YN woke up. I mumbled a simple thanks and walked into her room. I saw her sleeping. They were hooked up to a ton of machines, most likely keeping them alive. The nurse walked in and looked at me as I sat down next to YN. Oh, hello, sir, she said, smiling. Hi, I mumbled. You know, she's a lucky one, the nurse said. How is she lucky? I asked, yelling. Her quirk activated on her own. Their quirk activated on its own. They're alive because of it. If it didn't, they would have lost a lot more blood than they did, and and would be dead by now. The nurse said, changing Ryan's IV bag. It did. I asked, looking at Ryan. Yep, they're fine, they're all right. If you look at their shoulder, you can see a part of their shadow. The nurse continued. Normally, by now, a person would be dead. I have a feeling they're fighting for someone, the nurse added, smiling. I'll leave you be now. The nurse left, and I went back looking at Ryan. I grabbed their hand, and laid my head on top of them. Please, don't leave me, I said, about to cry. Who said I was leaving you? Kaminari-kun, a voice asked. I picked up my head to see Ryan's eyes open. Your POV. Who said I was leaving you? Kaminari-kun, you asked. He looked up and had tears in his eyes. Ryan, he yelled, pulling you into a hug. Sorry about making you worry, you said. You made everyone worry. We didn't know what to do if you died. Nothing would be the same. No one would be able to fight with Bakugo and win with only one scratch. No one would be able to stand up for us against Monoma, or even get along with him. No one would be able to help us study. No one would be able to replace you, he yelled, crying. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay, you said, running a hand through his hair. He let you go and then pulled you closer to him. He let you go and pulled you closer to him. He kissed you and you kissed him back. He pulled away and asked, Ryan, will you be my lover? Of course, Denki, you said, smiling. Hey, should I tell the others you're awake? Denki asked. Nah, I won't surprise them for when I get out, you said. Bonus. You and Kaminari walked into the classroom late. You had a bandage around your head. So sorry we're late. I got out of the hospital later than expected, he said. Everyone quickly tackled you into a hug and yelled, Brian! Oh, you mumbled. Aizawa wrapped a scarf around everyone and pulled them back. You're gonna put her back in the hospital if you keep crushing her, Aizawa said. Thanks, Eve said. You got whacked over the head by Aizawa. Tell any of us next time something is wrong, especially me, 'cause I'll kick her butt for hurting you, he grumbled. By her, meaning your abusive mother. I will, I'm sorry, you said, rubbing the back of your head. Well, all of you go change into your gym uniform. We're training today, Aizawa said. Everyone walked to change, and you followed, but Denki stopped you. You shouldn't train, he said in a worried voice. I'll be fine, you responded. You changed to waiting for Denki. Once he came out of the changing room, you grabbed him and dragged him into the fighting arena. I bet I can beat you in a fight, you said. You're on, he yelled with electricity sparks coming off him. You walked close to him and kissed him and pushed him out of the bounds. I win, you said. Hey, that's cheating, he yelled. We never established rules, he said, shrugging. What the heck was that? A few students yelled. You can explain. My head hurts, he said. Oh, we're dating, Kaminari said. What? Everyone yelled. Wow, I'm glad I didn't leave. The reactions are amazing, you said. I'm glad too, Kaminari said, pulling you to him. The end. Okay, so that was another one shot. It was... Here, wait, let me see. It was... Please don't leave me, Kaminari X reader. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. There was, of course, a few mistakes. Not great at speaking. Calm down, dog. But that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye. See you in the next video.